Like, you just can't, if you're trying to do something exceptional, they must have evidence of exceptional ability.
A lot of times in your journey throughout life, you're going to be put up against the wall and you're going to come to a dead end and not know how to get out of it. And that's when you're going to have to figure out a way to get out of that wall no matter what. You're going to have to figure out every option and learn how to escape from the dead end, because you're going to want to get out of there and keep becoming yourself, keep learning, keep growing, keep getting new information on whatever subject it is that you stopped because you couldn't figure out how to get past something.
I've read a lot of books, talked to a lot of people, and have a great team.
You need to make sure you improve upon that. That way, if you hit another obstacle, you can maneuver it significantly easier than you did the time before. And then just keep building upon that experience day in and day out. And eventually you will rise to the top and you will understand how to truly become successful, because you've worked through the tough times and you've picked yourself up every single time.
I figured that there'd be some plan, and I'd just go to the website and I could read the schedule.
And you know how to recover and how to build yourself up and how to have confidence in yourself, so that way nobody can stop you and you truly believe in yourself that whatever you need done, that you have the capability of getting it done, because you're so focused and so goal driven that you will do whatever it takes to get this done. Because in your heart of hearts, you truly believe that what you're doing is the best thing for you and the best thing for others as well. Because you know you're doing this because you enjoy it. And if you enjoy it, that's the only thing that matters. As long as you're happy, that's all you need for consideration. If you enjoy it, you should try to pursue it. No questions asked.
If something is important enough, you believe in it enough, that you do it in spite of the fear.
I was alluding to, there are a lot of negative things in the world. There's a lot of terrible things that are happening all over the world, all the time. There are lots of problems that need to get solved. There's lots of things that are miserable and kind of get you down. But life cannot just be about solving one miserable problem after another. That can't be the only thing. There need to be things that inspire you, that make you glad to wake up in the morning and be part of humanity. That's why we did this. This guy called Tsiolkovsky, one of the early Russian rocket scientists, the great saying, "Earth is the cradle of humanity, but you cannot stay in the cradle forever. It is time to go forth, become a star-faring civilization, be out there among the stars, expand the scope and scale of human consciousness." I find that incredibly exciting. That makes me glad to be alive. I hope you feel the same way.
I think we can go a long way towards making Starfleet real and making these sort of utopian or semi-utopian futures real, but it will definitely require radical innovation. One can't get there by incrementally innovating expendable boosters. There's just no way. But this is, a very innovative. There's no country more innovative and inventive than the United States. So it's just important to use that attribute. And if somebody is completely failing to innovate, not every role requires innovation, but if they're in a role where innovation should be happening and it's not happening, then they should either not be promoted or exited. And let me tell you, you'll get promoted, you'll get innovation real fast. Failure must be an option. If failure is not an option, it's going to result in extremely conservative choices, and you may get something even worse than lack of innovation. Things may go backwards. If what you really want is you want reward and punishment to be proportionate to the actions that you seek. You don't need college to learn stuff, okay? Everything is available basically for free. You can learn anything you want for free. It is not a question of learning. There is a value that colleges have, which is seeing whether can somebody work hard at something, including a bunch of sort of annoying homework assignments, and still do their homework assignments and kind of soldier through and get it done. That's like the main value of college. And then also, if you probably want to hang around with a bunch of people your own age for a while instead of going right into the workforce. So I think colleges are basically for fun and to prove you can do your chores, but they're not for learning. Well, we have a lot of good people at SpaceX, a lot of really talented people. In fact, I wonder sometimes how we can make use of their talents in the best way, because I think we're often not using their talents in the best way. To the point of the question that was just asked, I want to make sure Tesla recruiting does not have anything that requires university, because that's absurd. It goes back to when I was in university. I thought about what are the problems that are most likely to affect the future of the world or future of humanity. I think it's extremely important that we have sustainable transport and sustainable energy production. That sort of overall sustainable energy problem is the biggest problem that we have to solve this century. Independent of environmental concerns, in fact, even if producing CO2 is good for the environment, given that we're going to run out of hydrocarbons, we need to find some sustainable means of operating. Right. There's two elements to that answer. One is that even if you take the same source fuel and produce power at the power plant and use it to charge electric cars, you're still better off. So if you take, say, natural gas, which is the most prevalent hydrocarbon source fuel, if you burn that in a modern General Electric natural gas turbine, you'll get about 60% efficiency. If you put that same fuel in an internal combustion engine car, you get about 20% efficiency. And the reason is, in the stationary power plant, you can afford to have something that weighs a lot more, is voluminous, and you can take the waste heat and run a steam turbine and generate a secondary power source.